My mic has been muted this whole time. That is awkward. Yep, my mic was muted that whole time. I had some technical difficulties with regards to the chat wasn't showing up properly on my screen. And my mic, as it turns out, was muted. So that's a really great way to start this off. I had muted the mic before when I was doing a test for the audio, so the audio should sound fine otherwise. But, you know, that is what it is. Alright, what the hell does that move do? Whoa. Okay, that's more of what I wanted. So the game kind of has a lot of things in common with the original Castlevania, as far as I can tell. It's not the same developer or publisher, but there's a lot of things about the interface and the controls especially that feel very Castlevania. Which, you know, depending on whether or not you like Castlevania is a good or bad thing. Alright, so I believe the first boss is in here, and I don't know how much time I'm going to have to fight him. Oh, good, it gave me a full. Really? Yeah, this is a Tecmo, or yeah, it might be a Koei game before Koei Tecmo. Yeah, nothing seems to hurt that guy. It's really rough. A face full of fire doesn't seem to hurt, but fortunately I do know that there was, there we are. That's what I want. There are these throwing stars, which in a brief test that I did prior to the game, to starting the stream, I found that those were pretty effective against it. So, I think probably the biggest problem I have with this game already is that the, what the hell is that? Oh, well, my throwing stars are now orange. Biggest problem I have with this game is I can't tell what is a wall and what is a platform that I can stand on. Sometimes the two overlap, and sometimes it's just like, oh, you can't go forward because there's a wall in the way, even though it looks like it's part of the background. They're like boomerangs. Hey, we beat a level. Who are they? They seem to be following me. Yeah, he would have turned around if I gave him a second. He had a pattern though, so he had to swipe twice before he could turn around properly. Well, I was shot in a cutscene. Act 2. So if I remember correctly, Ninja Gaiden 3 is the one that got, like, the intense difficulty upgrade when it came to North America. I'm pretty sure this game is considered still generally playable. Like, what is going on here? Why would I have wanted to cling to that wall? Like, what value does that serve? Can I not... Can I not get off the ladders? Like, how does that... I don't like Spider-Man moves in a non-Spider-Man game. If I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting, control-wise, like, how do you handle that? Also, what is it with... I think it's Ryu Hayabasa is the Ninja Gaiden character. What is with his inability to, like, climb up the top of ladders? He has to jump off of them to get... Well, at least I seem to be figuring this out. Mostly. Oh, I didn't notice my health. That's gonna be a problem. The claw shots in Twilight Princess are no different than having a platform in between the... Wait, game over. Oh, okay, it started me at the same level. Good. The claw shots, especially once you get the second one, it's like they don't design them in a way that it's anything different than having a claw shot with a platform after it. It's a cool visual effect, but gameplay-wise, it doesn't actually add anything. So if you're just joining us, this is actually my first playthrough of this game ever, so I have no clue what I'm getting myself into other than the fact that the controls are a little rough. And I don't mean just like a little rough for the... And I'm dead. A little rough for the NES, I mean like they're a little rough in general. I think I just modified something with my microphone, so if I suddenly get very quiet, please let me know. Come on, stop that. Am I planning on doing this one? I don't participate in GDQ. I am by far not a speedrunner. It's got like the knockback that comes with Castlevania games, and it's just totally not fair where the hole placement is. Alright, I think I just increased the mic volume, so that should help. Doesn't protect me from game over, so. Alright, Act 2. Take 3. Hey Kyle, I'm sure this is making Castlevania look a whole lot nicer to you now, isn't it? That's kind of how I'm feeling about Ninja Gaiden right now. Like, come on. He punched into where my jump arc was going? Really? Also, it's really not clear which enemies can drop into the next screen and which ones, or the next platform, and which ones have to, or kind of like bounce back and forth. There's no like obvious green Koopa, red Koopa kind of differentiations. Some of those enemies look like Mr. T. Yes, I completely agree. This is going to be a boss, isn't it? I feel like I just got saved by the fact that I can hang on walls. Alright, what hit me that second time? Because I died on the lower part there. Oh. Oh, come on. Alright, ammo. Ammo. And for some reason, torches have been replaced by mosquitoes? Fruit flies? Bees? What are these? That was interesting, I guess. Infinite supply of... Well, that was not cool. Oh, good. It started me here and not... and not back in the first half of this level. I was concerned that it might. What was I supposed to do there? It attached me to the wall at like a place that was below the next available wall. Ammo, ammo. Alright. Figured that much out. Those guys can't come down. That's good. That ammo's useless. What just happened? Did I successfully fall onto the next screen and then die from fall damage? Oh no. Oh no. I don't think I got hit while I was falling. Like, there is damage if you fall off the bottom of the screen, or there's insta-death if you fall off the bottom of the screen, right? But I think it was like the stairs in Castlevania, where it was just like, oh, you fell. But it loaded the next screen for some reason. Which, that's the part that I don't get. Alright, I think this is where the infinitely spawning enemy was before. So I guess we'll find out pretty quickly if... Yes, if they're still here. That's super useful. Like, okay, come on, there's nothing there. He should just climb onto the... Did they not want to put in a climbing animation? Is that the deal? Oh great, now he's respawned. I don't think I turned them off, so, I mean, they should be there. Let me quickly check. Alright. Well, does not appear to be. I guess I'll fix that next time. If you're just joining us, I am all aboard the struggle bus for my first playthrough of Ninja Gaiden on the NES. Definitely all aboard that struggle bus. Okay, 2-2. Wait, I can reach him from there? There's no indication that the sword goes that far. Like, what I was saying before about Castlevania versus this game, like, there's a lot of things that look very familiar. The movement is the same kind of pacing. The interface looks kind of similar. The way that attacks and sub-weapons are used is similar. But then there's things like okay, I'm on a wall there, which makes no sense. But there are things like, with the whip in Castlevania, you know when you've connected with something. Here it's like, maybe? Maybe I hit something, maybe I didn't. You know, but Castlevania's, like, again, I described it to you yesterday as the kind of game where if you plow through it, you're going to run into every single enemy, because they've set out the level geometry and then kind of said, okay, now what happens if we just run through this? What will we encounter? And that's where all of the enemies are. Here it's, I mean, like, they respawn, right? So it's not even like, oh, you killed that enemy, now you don't have to worry about it. And it's every enemy works like that. It's not just, you know, the Medusa or Bat equivalent in this game. Okay. Please get... Where did you even come from? Okay. Okay. That one I know. That one's the useless fire that didn't do any damage last time. Come on, step back. Step. I'm running out of time here. I feel like all of this would be easily doable if I wasn't working against a time limit. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to remember when enemies are going to spawn, which is almost frightening because they respawn every few seconds. Yeah, there's a time limit. Like, I wonder, would this be acceptable if they remade this game, would it be acceptable game design to have both challenging enemy placement and a timer? Wow, I got lucky with that. And I did not get lucky with that. Why did I fall? Yeah, at least you are correct. I don't have to start at the beginning every time. Really? He jumped on me, I fell back into a pit, I lost a full health bar. No! Well, this is not going so hot, is it? Womp. Bible thump. Well, I guess I live here now. This is how I go crazy in isolation, right? It wasn't the first 6 weeks of it. It was the day I decided to play Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, okay, but come on. The water level in TMNT didn't respawn enemies every time you killed them. This feels like the kind of game that would be really useful to have the instruction manual for. Alright, in what way does it make sense for a guy to spawn... Yeah, it's on the NES Classic. Does it make sense for a guy to spawn in an area where there's one platform and I'm still on that platform? Like, I'd get it if I off-screen the platform, but I was still on the platform. Are you fucking kidding me? It's probably a good thing that I'm audio only. Just the amount of times that this stream would have just video of me with my head in my hands. I say as I have my head in my hands. This is hurting. This is pain. This is loss. This is Sparta. We all do except for the person doing it, right? Oh, well, I got rid of the fire that I needed, so that's good. Like, it's very obvious what they intend for me to do there, right? They want me to get the fire and use the fire to cross the platforms. But if the fire despawns because I get slightly off screen... You know, there's no real answer to what I can do there. I don't have enough space to do like a little jumping slash like that. Alright, I remember this very clearly now. The guy is going to come from the right, and he's going to kill me. And if I try to move left too quickly, I get bopped into the hole. Welcome back to my stream. Where I've made the terrible choice to play Ninja Gaiden. It's like, do you remember that Warner Brothers cartoon where Daffy Duck is Robin Hood, and he's like trying to figure out why the bow staff combination isn't working, and every time he knows he's going to end up getting hit in the face with it at the end? This is what that's like. Just the repetition of, alright, now I jump here, now I jump here, now I die. Are you seeing this shit? I'm only in level 2 of this game. That's the worst part, is like, if the game was going to have a strong start, it hasn't had it. Right? Like, there was no strong first level to make me think the game had something going for it. Yeah, I saw that. That movie is going to be a trash pit. And I say that with no uncertainty, because the first movie is only okay at best. I needed that for... Fuck. That first one is the fire, and somehow I skipped the fire. Oh God. It's like the devs thought, this game isn't hard enough. Let's just throw enemies in everywhere. Even the platforming sections that don't even need it. Like, getting onto a ladder shouldn't be... I feel like this is the case in a lot of video games. Getting onto a ladder should not be a difficult task. It's not a difficult task in real life, so why is that the hardest part of this game? Oh yeah, ladders were so much harder in the 80s. You're right. My mistake. You ever hear about the Great Ladder Crisis of 1987? Jimmy got stuck on that ladder for 2 weeks. Like, get on the ladder, come on. You're a freaking ninja, and ladders are giving you problems? Oh, that was very kind of him to move back. I will absolutely not use his kindness to get any further in this level than I already had. No, no, no! Alright, one more game over, and then I think it's time to switch to a game that I actually can get past level 2 on. Because I've been doing this for 40 minutes, and this is just shameful. Much like Ryu Hayabasa, I have brought shame to my family. Yeah, the death music is absolutely condescending. It's like, oh, too bad. Are you serious? Ah! See, so it's so weird. You would think, oh, you're on a wall, you should be able to jump up, except not when you need to. If the platforms aren't that close. And I completely forgot that I couldn't go down that way. If the platforms aren't literally right next to each other, you just fall. Like a anvil tossed into the ocean, you just drop. Alright, give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna get a different game loaded up. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I figured Donkey Kong was a safe bet. If not, I'll switch over to maybe some Gunstar Heroes. So let me quickly update the stream to reflect this. Alright, that should be updated. Alright. I changed it so it no longer says first playthrough. Alright, so we're moving on to Donkey Kong Country 3. Why 3? Because it is easily the one I know the least of the bunch. And because I think it's the one that probably gets the least attention on Twitch. I would imagine the first two probably get a whole lot more attention because, generally speaking, they're better games. That being said, this is Donkey Kong Country 3. It's a thing that Rare did. It wasn't actually the same team that built the first two. They had kind of their B team make this game. And that can be seen with not just the... You know what? I'm not going after 100% completion here. I'm not going for the banana birds right now. We're just playing some levels until people decide that they want me to play something else. Oh, this is so weird to play with. I'm playing with a Wii U controller, or the Wii U Pro controller, which is not a bad controller, but it's certainly a weird thing to play Super Nintendo games with. Does it appear sluggish to anybody else? It kind of looks sluggish to me. The sound obviously is accurate, but I can't tell if the music is. Oh look, it's everyone's favorite Kremling coin. He's dead. I hope you didn't actually like him, because he will be dead every time we see him. Yeah, there's definitely some lag going on here. I'm not surprised. I'm playing on the Wii U, which is actually across the room right now. There's a solid 25 feet of HDMI cable between me and... Oh yeah, the Wii U VC is terrible. Everybody I knew moved their games over to their Wii U's. All three people I knew who had Wii U's. And when they moved the games, what they didn't know is that the Wii U's VC was actually worse than is actually a worse emulator experience than the Wii's was. In fact, the Wii U emulator is probably the worst that Nintendo's ever put out as an official emulator. Which is why most of my games are actually on the Wii side of the Wii U's VC. So, I mean, obviously this one's not, but when I'm done here, I will go grab some of that, because that's actually, most of my games are on that side of the Wii U, the onboard Wii. Yeah, you were having some trouble with the lag in that game. Or, sorry, they were having trouble with the lag in that game as well, which the game doesn't run like it should, because N64 emulation is really challenging. It's probably why we haven't seen an N64 Classic, on top of the fact that the N64 doesn't have enough great games beyond the Nintendo stuff. And that's not really a dig at it. It's just, it is the system where third parties decide to, generally speaking, up and go over to Sony. All right. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of lag here, because I'm pressing when I'm expecting the barrel to be ready. Yeah, you need about 20, I would say. And, I mean, I can list off the ones that would get licensed for the N64, right? Like, there are some no-brainers there. You get Mario Kart 64 and Super Mario 64, even though they've remade it and reused it on every relaunch that they've done for a VC. You would put maybe one of the Mario Party games, depending on how many controllers they were including with it. And I think that's going to be a recurring problem if you're trying to come up with a list. So I've named 2. You're not going to put any of the rare games on there except maybe Donkey Kong 64. And even then, that's not a good game. You could put the 2 Zelda games on there, but their definitive versions aren't the N64 versions, generally speaking. Certainly not Ocarina. Ocarina's been put onto every platform imaginable. It's got like 3 different GameCube ports. It's got the 3DS version's actually a surprisingly great version of that game. You know, you could put Majora's Mask on there because it hasn't got the same level of love. But again, it got a 3DS remake, and that version has some changes, so it's not identical to the original, but it's passable as an alternative to the original. It won't stop them, but if they're still selling the remakes of certain games and still making money off of the remakes of certain games, they're not likely to offer it as a selling point. Like, I think it's a much easier sell to be like, oh yeah, you get Mario Kart 64 because it's not available all over, but you know, Mario 64 has a remake on the DS, and so do like the next 3 games I would list, which would be Star Fox 64 and the 2 Zeldas. So, you know, I have a decent sized N64 collection, and it's mostly games that wouldn't end up on the system. You know, everybody thinks of how great the N64 is, and a lot of it is unfortunately Rare's lineup of games, which would not get made onto the system. Like, you wouldn't see Diddy Kong Racing, you wouldn't see Banjo or Banjo-Tooie, you wouldn't see Perfect Dark, or especially not GoldenEye, and you wouldn't see, like, it's very challenging to come up with a good list that Nintendo would want to go get the licensing for again. Yeah, Okay, so this is a problem. I can't get the timing right to do the roll bounce, which isn't a problem here, but might be a problem in a later level. Honestly, if they were going to do another classic console, which I don't think they will, I think it should be something that's just based on all of their handhelds. Certainly Game Boy and Game Boy Color together, maybe Game Boy Advance separate. Game Boy Advance has a really, really good library. The original Game Boy is okay, and it's better when you add in the Game Boy Color exclusives. But again, like, you look at those games, and the best-selling games are the best-known games on the Game Boy, and most of them have been remade in recent years. You get your Link's Awakenings and your well, Coin is not dying this time. You get your Link's Awakenings and you get your Pokemon's. I mean, Pokemon Red has been remade what, 3 times now, twice now. If we count things like the original Japanese Blue, where that was a remake. Everything that people loved about a lot of these old systems have either been remade or are available elsewhere. So I just don't see another classic console happening. You know, like there's a higher likelihood that Nintendo decides that the next remake game that they do is Mario Land 2 than there is a classic console happening with the original game on there. I see, and I don't even know that N64 Online is going to happen. Because again, like, I think their attitude towards, if they'd continued regularly updating the number of NES and SNES games, then I would have said, okay, yeah, maybe. But I think instead they'll push for more original titles that are exclusive, kind of like Tetris 99. And maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'd put money on that. I would really doubt that Switch ever gets N64 Online. And that's just because it's such a cheap service that, like, they can justify not adding to it. As an aside, it's really disappointing that they haven't been adding to NES and SNES Online as regularly as they once did. They were adding monthly, right? And now it's if they feel like it. Is that gonna... There we go. Where is Earthbound? Earthbound's... Oh, yeah, on this NES or SNES Classic. I read years ago that there was something with regards to licensing that they only were able to license a certain piece of software to like 3 platforms at a time if they were going to sell it. So they couldn't be like, this is Super Mario Brothers 1 on 6 different platforms. Which I'm sure Nintendo would love to be able to do. But if that's true, then they've already got Earthbound on 2 platforms. right? Or 3 if they're still selling it on Wii U VC. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I mean, I think that's partly why we're not seeing certain other big titles. Like, we know that the Castlevania 1 and 2 are on the they're on the NES Classic. I think they're at least one of them is in NES Online. Yeah, I was going to say I should be doing this as Kitty anyway, because I can't get the jump right with Dixie. And I apparently can't do it well as Kitty either. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Well then. Oh, come on. That time it hit. The path to affiliate is not an easy one, is it? Shouldn't be too difficult in theory, right? 3 average followers, hit 50 followers, or 3 average viewers, hit 50 followers, but I don't know. I think it's incredibly challenging now. Also, you know, have interesting commentary to whatever you're streaming, which that's probably the hardest part of all. Am I just not remembering how to do this? There we go. Belcha, come on, back up. Thank you. That's not good. There we go. That's 2. Just back up. Come on. Keep going. I'm really having trouble here with the timing of my controls, because everything is slightly laggy due to the HDMI switch plus the capture card input. I have to get into second screen and just split it so it's directing live to a screen. Alright, is that... No, that's not death. There we go. Alright, that's 1 world down. I think it's really weird that you have to collect the token at the end of that. Alrighty, Cremwood Forest. There's some weird levels here. Every level in DKC3 has something going on in it. some excellent music, which is only in this version of the game. The Game Boy Advance has a completely different soundtrack. Not because Nintendo didn't like this soundtrack, but because the Game Boy Advance sound hardware can't produce the necessary high and low notes, which I think is a fun little fact. Which is honestly too bad, because like the forest levels in this game are very foreboding sounding, and they come off as like a playful little jungle in the GBA version. Just occurred to me that I've been playing as Kitty this whole time. What the hell is wrong with me? There we go. Order is restored. Fine. And we're back to the fat, chubby baby. The swirl on his head hit the spike. Oh boy, extra lives I probably won't need. Oh boy, extra lives I might actually need. Alright, Kitty. Want to do me a favor? Toss me up there. Cool. And there's coin for the level. Alright, Ong. And this should be the end of the level, so let's... Ooh, I missed that jump. Get a bonus barrel while I'm at it. Wait, why am I not doing 100%? Because I don't care enough about this game to do 100%. It's just it's a good test to see how the lag is handling, and to really get used to the controls again on Wii U VC over capture card. As I mentioned before you disappeared, I don't remember what I was saying just now. Oh, I need to get a second monitor because this is just ridiculous. Like, this is because I'm playing via the capture window. I'm effectively watching the same stream as the rest of you. Also, it's 103%. Come on. Oh boy, everyone's favorite level. Race against the clock. $105 if I was doing the hardest code, which I think is literally just hardest. No, 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 no. Alright, hit that continue barrel. Yeah, I know, I just like making the bear angry. Also, he makes a... He makes a little shortcut back in the map, doesn't he? New record! It doesn't matter, they're all the same. They're supposed to have, like, individual personalities, but you only interact with them, like, once each, so it doesn't really matter. I couldn't name a single one of the bears if I wanted to. That's like the kind of shit that I always remember about games. So that should really tell you how useful they are. Alright, just throw me up there, kitty. Kyle, you got a favorite level in this game? I think you're the only one here, so I might as well just talk with you. It's not a bad game. I mean, I used to have a real hate boner for it, but, like... It's not a bad game. It's easily, like, it's better than either the Donkey Kong Land 2 games. It's better, or the Donkey Kong Land games. It's better than the ports of any of the DKC games. It's probably a better game than Returns. Likely not as good a game as Tropical Freeze. I think Tropical Freeze is really something special. Alright, one more of these. Alright, cool, my useful Kong is dead. My less useful Kong is dead. And crying in the corner. Awesome. Great, that's just what I need. Alright, welcome to the stream. We're playing Donkey Kong Country 3 right now. Technically only as a warm-up so that I can get used to the lag that I'm experiencing by playing directly through the stream. I'll probably be switching over to a better emulated game shortly. which, you know, if you like Donkey Kong Country 3, please speak up. Alright. This is really frustrating. Not a game that I've ever had a problem with on the Super Nintendo, which I have a version of this, or I have a copy of it. I just don't have a wireless Super Nintendo controller right now, which is actually in the mail right now. Ordered myself a retro receiver and SN30 Pro because 8-Bit Dough is doing some good stuff with controllers right now. And so when that happens, I'll actually be able to play my physical copies of the games. Well, that didn't hit either of them. That's better. One more, and then we get to deal with Perry the Parallel Bird, everyone's favorite of the animal buddies, obviously. And Perry's dead. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Yeah, this level's not a great one, but every level does their own thing, so you'll never have to see that mechanic again. Like, this is the level with the springy spiders, which is really only a thing for the boss of this world. Yeah, see, I'm dealing with a little bit of lag because I did press Y right away, but didn't do anything. I'm thinking I'll probably switch over to a different classic game soon. Chat's thoughts? Any preferences to the type of game you'd like to see? It's likely going to be a platformer, though I might switch over to like Gunstar Heroes. Which is a pretty awesome Genesis title that got a Game Boy Advance sequel of all things. Oh, well, good. Didn't have Squawks with me anyway. Sorry I've been a little quiet. I was just trying not to die, which is not really a great excuse, but I'll try to be more vocal as we go forward. I just really don't want to be doing this level, so the sooner that I can get through it without messing up, the better. Like, come on, that shouldn't happen. I deserve that one. Alright, this seems like a great time for me to go save and move on. I think I've figured out exactly how much lag I'm working with. So with that in mind, what data could possibly be finished installing? Alright, just give me 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that, folks. I was going to use the controller from my SNES Classic to control this, but as it turns out, the D-pad does not function the same way as a Super Nintendo controller does, or as a control stick does. But now that I'm doing it this way, I can access all of my VC games. Yeah. I have a ton of VC games because I went on a spending spree right when the Virtual Console was closing. So I've got just a bunch of SNES, NES, WiiWare stuff. Highly recommend some of these games. But that's not why we're doing this. We're doing this... Oh, right, I had these 3 on Wii VC. We're here because I want to play Gunstar Heroes. And it's actually moving with seemingly less lag than it was when I was using that Wii U Pro controller, which is so weird. Because there shouldn't be any perceivable difference between the two. They are the same game. Or same system, rather. This game's a lot of fun two-player, because the players actually play together. You can fire in 8 directions. You can move when you are firing. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I would like the chaser rounds to start. And we'll do them in order. The game is... I like to think that this game is one of the inspirations for one of the inspirations for like Cuphead, because it really does feel like one of those run and gun kind of games that inspired it. All right, so now we've got 2 types of bullets. And let's see if I can remember how... Let's see if I can remember how to switch between the two. Alright, cool. So Gunstar Heroes, it's a shooter by Treasure. Treasure made all sorts of awesome games back in the day. I can't think of anything they've made recently, or if they still exist. But yeah, they're super awesome. They've made a lot of my favorite games, or at least the games that I remember being most memorable over the years. So you can switch between the 2 and the 2 combined. So if I want to just fire, or if I want to just chaser rounds. So obviously there's combinations that you'll find are fun to work with. And you can even get... see if I can get to it. I'd like to be able to get to it. No. Shit. Come on. stay dead long enough for me to grab that. There we go. Now we got double chaser rounds, and they will just go ballistic. And it's awesome. Like, this is the kind of game where everything feels exactly the way you want it to. And I'm dead. But everything feels great, even if the controls aren't, like, super intuitive. So, I don't know, it's one of the first games that I've played on the, like, that I ever explored and had never heard of prior to playing on the Wii, or on the Wii Virtual Console. I think this is really, like, the benefit of this kind of system. So you get to play brand new games that you've never heard of, like Gunstar Heroes. Can I get more than perfect vitality? Yes, I can. Cool. And it's dead. This is certainly a Genesis game, isn't it? So now I've got the Hunter laser combo, which just goes after everything. Oh, and you are correct. I never changed my category. Let's fix that very quickly. Gunstar Heroes. All right. Update information. Cool. Now we're good. Do I want double laser? Yes. Alright, this feels like mini boss time, or boss time. Hey, so Kyle, you've played some other Treasure games before. Does this guy remind you of anybody? I mean, he's dead, but does he remind you of anybody? Because he totally should. Treasure is the team that also did Mischief Makers. And so, there's a lot of stuff in some of these earlier Treasure titles that really, resonates with me because of that. You know what? I actually. Oh God. That just seems like an fair place to attack from. Warning! Also, if you jump in midair, you just kind of like wipe out, which is awesome. I love games that have kind of like a collapse button to them, and you know, things like, I think one of the Ape Escape buttons, or one of the Ape Escape games has a command where like if you just press it while you're in the air, you completely just faceplant. This level's like a boss rush through its entirety. We're gonna see like 6 forms of the same boss or something like that. Also, if I double tap A and a direction, I go flying in that direction, so like I can ride around on the ceiling. Oh yeah, no, this is a really fun, like, I think the best kinds of games like this just make you feel almost godlike. Like, yeah, I could die, but if I die, I probably deserve to, right? And otherwise, I'm just going around killing stuff with all sorts of fun, neat weapons. And it's got that like, playing around with nature of the weapons to figure out what each one does that something like Kirby 64 might have. Although, that being said, I am totally going to die this time. But yeah, I was saying before, this game got a sequel on the Game Boy Advance that is slightly different. I think instead of being able to switch between 2 weapons and one combined one, you just get to switch between 3 weapons or something like that. Oh, I probably should have grabbed that chaser. I'm gonna want that in a second. Okay, get out here. Where's the boss? I only have 6 health. Up, those guys are screwed. Hey, there's the guy. You know, the guy. Like, this is such a treasure game. Those guys remind me so much of, like, the dudes from Mischief Makers. You know what I'm talking about, the ones that you like toss around. Their names escape me. Alright, 22 vitality, that's not enough. Yeah, okay, I know it's 7 modes. It's a cool boss, okay? This is such a, like, very... And I'm dead. Yeah, I'll continue. Alright, I'll take the homing laser. You might be wondering why it's homing on me. It's just how it behaves when it's not homed on a target. Alright, he's into the low hundreds now. Alright, second form. Oh, well, that's just not okay. Come on. Okay, that's 2. Now the cheetah. This is not going so hot for me, but whatever. Alright, that's 3. And now this one sucks. And I'm dead. Yeah, I'll continue. Here's the thing is, I was dying a lot in... Oh no. No. Oh, that's not good. I only have one attack now. I would have really liked to have 2 of those. I can play this game and continue dying and still have a lot of fun with it. And there's something to be said about that. Like, a lot of games just feel punishing when you die so often. But this is just like, yeah, go shoot some more guys. You'll be good. Alright, that's 1. Let's do this again. See, but it doesn't do it in the same order every time, so you learn different patterns as a result. Alright, that's 2 of them. Now we're dealing with the tiger. I walked right into that. That's 3. Oh, fuck. It's this one. Alright, let's see how I do when I pick up a second power-up. Yeah, I'll take that one. That's a good one. If you're joining the chat just now, playing some Gunstar Heroes on the Sega Genesis on the Wii Virtual Console. That's one form. Alright. We get to deal with this guy next. And I can't seem to switch sides. Oh right, forgot about this form. This is the form where he just fucking shoots you. Oh, reload. Cool. That's 3. Oh, we hadn't gotten the crab yet, had we? Yeah, okay, I'll continue. Nope. There's nowhere way for me to go back. That's too bad. Alright, we're starting with this guy again. Did it without taking damage. Awesome. That's 2. And here's Crab. Taking the most damage here, clearly. I can see when the attacks are coming, I just can't do anything about them, which is really unfortunate. Oh, okay, cool. This is a good one to have. Alright, we're almost done with phase 1 already. There's phase 1. And we get this guy next. Come on, get away from there. Okay, that's 3. Or 2, whatever it was. Alright. This guy. I can't remember if I don't continue. I think I don't go back to like that level select. Which is really problematic. I don't want to have to redo that first level. So we're just going to keep continuing till I do this. Alright, good. We got the same ability we had last time, which I liked. I think it was really consistent. Took damage from that. Interesting. I didn't notice that attack last time. It doesn't matter. This form's almost dead. And there are 6 total, so... And that one's dead. Oh boy, gun. reload period is just not fair for it. Alright, that's 3. We got this. Keep going. Now here's the hard one. I'm really having trouble with that crab, aren't I? I'm gonna say no continue, and I'm gonna do one of the other levels so that you can see what the rest of the game kind of looks like. Because again, it does let me pick a level. Alright. 1 player. Yeah, and I always want to have Chaser on. Alright, I think this is the most interesting of all the levels. Hopefully you'll see pretty quickly why. Oh, well. I just dropped my other power-up into the ether. Alright, so here's where the fun starts. Let's fight! Defeated! Take an item. Happy item room. I like happy item room. Well, first we're absolutely going to take the health. And I'm also going to take double tracking, I think. Three. 1, 2, 3. Great. I got a hard fight. I believe that is blue is easy and red is hard. So. Alright, let's keep going. I would like to get another taken item room because I feel like I lost some health there. Unfortunately, the die only goes to 3, so I'm going to have a fight for sure. And now we're playing Buster Brothers for some reason. It's being very generous with me right now. It's not forcing more than one of them into the little arena at a time. Oh sure, I got squished that time and that kills me. Oh, I didn't have doubles on. Oops, that's my bad. Come on. A little bit further. Unfortunately, sometimes level geometry is considered part of an enemy, so that was just going straight after the wall, and not the bubbles that I was trying to break. And of course I got another fight. Neat. Race to the finish! Alright, take an item. I was hoping for that. Now we've got the laser homing combo again, which, as I mentioned before, is a very useful combination. Oh no. Oh no. Oh cool. I don't have my gun. What the fuck is that? Yeah, you played, what's it called, Mischief Makers? You know what kind of insanity to expect. Cannot get away. Yeah, you're seeing that right. He's reversing time. It's a neat idea for boss. So you have to not only dodge the parts that you see come out of it, but then do it in reverse order once the time limit runs out. This game is super creative with its boss fights. In a way that, like, I don't think I've seen from a game like this since. But again, it's Treasure, and they make amazing games. Come on. No! I was so close. It's probably gonna hurt me for that. Three. Destroy! No! This is very Street Fighter. Oh, my car. Should note that I'm playing this using the Wii Classic controller, like the original Wii Classic controller, which is effectively a Super Nintendo controller plus joysticks, which feels very weird to be doing with a SNES or with a Sega title. Just the weirdest. Returned! I still haven't gotten a second weapon. I would really like one. Speak of the devil. Collect items. What do I want? I think I want the rapid attack and some health. And this should just be like a steady stream of heat-seeking balls. I just don't want to land on that no gun space again. That's where I'm going to lose all of my health. Oh look, free health. That kind of felt very like Scott Pilgrim-y. Oh look, coins! Not two. Yes! Alright. So you might have noticed that back to start at the beginning. And it's defeated! Of course, here's the worst part of all this. I'm going to get through this board game, hopefully not land on the back to start space at the very end. And then there's still a boss to face at the end of all of this. Because of course there is, right? 3. Fuck. I'm terrible at... I'm dead. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. I am having a rough day of it today with the stream, aren't I? I mean, better than when I rage quit the other day. Final Fantasy Adventure, which I finished after the stream. But yeah, that was definitely a rough start. Probably should have gotten homing laser, but whatever. One, two, three, fight! Warning, danger ahead, minions sold. Minion? Oh, gotcha. Alright, he's dead. You gotta admit, this game has some really neat boss fights. Like I said earlier, I really do tribute a lot of what you see in Cuphead to the types of fights you see here, especially the weapon types as well. Right, like, it's a pretty... Okay, that's... Kyle, I'm sorry, you're not sleeping tonight. This guy's terrifying, isn't he? He's dead, so it doesn't matter, but, like... Ugh. Yeah, nothing worse than... when quarantine is over, I'll have you over and we can play it. We'll play it together, because it's a blast, two-player. You know, it's the kind of game that, like... Also, in multiplayer, you can throw each other, which is a lot of fun. Alright. Bounce off the walls. Goal! Yeah, I wish I had, like, a list of... Kyle, can you get, like, a list of the games that Treasure's made? Because I think it's really representative of, like, the... People overlook specific devs from, you know, 10, 20 years ago, and I think they just make awesome games. Nice of him. Oh wait, no, I didn't get the health. Ah, I didn't get the health. Just don't give me a fucking 2. Yes. All right, now don't give me a 3 or a 2 and a 1, since that seems to work. Oh god, it's like they took that clown face and multiplied it, and now it's horrifying. I really hope I can beat this thing before it gets to me. Well, I passed the no gunfight, which is great, because it means I'm a lot closer. I don't want a 3. No, fuck. No! That's just mean. They just ghost and goblins to me. Bye-bye. Yeah, seriously. I mean, at least they know what they're doing, right? You can tell they know what they're doing when they're fucking with the player. No, come on. There we go. No, fuck. You know, it's a good game if it fucks with you appropriately. Not when it, like, fucks with you accidentally, right, though? Because I absolutely got toyed with during the first game that I streamed tonight. Because Ninja Gaiden absolutely just fucked with me. Did you like this guy's car? It's dead. Two. Alright, cool. One, two. I can still have to do that fucking no gunfight. It's okay. I actually don't dislike this. Why is it chasing the bullets? Alright, cool. Didn't lose a lot of health there. Hopefully I don't land on that no gunfight again. Because I am pretty useless when it comes to hand-to-hand in this game. It's in the name of the game, right? Gunstar Heroes. Good. I skipped over it. Cool. I will take either a 1 or a 2, please. Even better. Collect items. This is the perfect way to cap this off. Getting like Parcheesi flash, or not Parcheesi, but whatever the game is called in Dragon Quest III. Congratulations, you've completed the Dice Palace. There's gotta be a boss fight here. There it is. Boss is approaching. Black Beat Stepper. Alright. He's like 2/3 dead already, so let's just finish this up quickly. Come on, and dead! Yay! Alright, so I've finished 2 stages, and you've seen the end ish of the third. I'll take that. Like I was like, don't beat me up, please. Come on. Alright, we'll just quickly beat this first level again. Shouldn't take me very long. Alright, this is bad. I don't want the fire. I don't know if this was ever included on any like Sega Genesis collections, and if it wasn't, that's such a shame, because this game is awesome. Like, it's clearly not a perfect game, but I will point out it's on the Genesis. Which is pretty impressive for the console that originally was just going up against the NES, right? Okay, he's gonna be super dead. Defeated! And now we get to go down the pyramid. Wondering why you're not seeing enemies? It's because I'm off-screen killing them. Yeah, this is what I meant to do that first time around. Because I actually do know this game somewhat well. A friend of mine had it on Virtual Console years ago, and I eventually got around to getting it when the VC was coming to a close for that system. Alright. Warning! Actual boss fight. Not really a hard boss fight. You know, when they're not juggling me. Alright, that's two. Yay, I got it. You did it. I don't want to do that one yet. I'll do the flying battleship level. Captain Orange. I was wondering where I went just now. I thought this level took place on the rocket, but I might be mistaken about that. Or maybe I actually just have to climb onto it. There we go. Why did I lose health during that? Obviously, I want double chaser, right? Boss is approaching. Oh, this seems like a terrible idea now. Wow, 1 hit point left. Oh look, all these little vitality things. Awesome. I dig it. Aha! There you are. Warning! Big guy with muscles approaching. Oh. I don't know how I beat that level so quickly, but I did. I somehow survived this. Cool. One more level. Do I want the underground mine or the underground mine? So the nice thing about having double Homer here, or homing rather, is that I don't have to worry so much about where I am as much as I do where I'm pointing. As long as I'm pointing up while on the bottom, I'm good, right? In theory. Now I've done this level a few times already, unsuccessfully. So we'll see how I do. But I am starting with a significant amount of vitality that I didn't have from the other levels, and it's probably because I've beaten 3 levels now rather than just 1. So my max vitality, or my minimum rather, my starting vitality is higher. I do like the idea of like this minecart that's just falling, and the poor mindless drones who got stuck working this thing, who are just like, help me, put me out of my misery. So, I missed the vitality thing that came by earlier, which is too bad, because I probably wanted it. Alright, and now the guys who are terrified and dealing with this shit. And then that guy. I think he's supposed to be like General Red or something like that. I don't remember the story of the game. They're all colored names. I vaguely recall it being kind of Red Ribbon Army-ish from Dragon Ball. Oh, shit. No! Aww. There was health there, and I lost it. Alright, let's see if I can do this again. Yes, I see you're green. And this dude is gone. Phase 2. That was rough. And phase 2 is done. Remember, it's got 6 phases, so we're trying to get through 6 total phases. The crab is the one that always seems to kill me. Just gonna run out of ammo in a second. and I am going to take advantage of it. Alright, that's 3. Urchin starts at the top. Oh fuck, I got stuck. Okay. It's moving into this form fairly quickly, all things considered. That's 4 of them down. Tiger. I feel like there's a boss similar to this in Mischief Makers. Am I wrong about that? Or am I just putting a bunch of treasure games together in my head? Alright. Crab. Or, no. I guess I only had to beat 5 of them. I got really lucky. Cool. I might actually beat Gunstar Heroes tonight. Here, I clearly have more forms, but take my stuff. You must save yellow. Okay, that seems a little presumptuous as to what I should be doing right now, but sure, fine, whatever, I'll do what you ask. Are these my Dr. Wily stage equivalents right now? Come on. Alright, check out the copter thing. Didn't I face you once already? I feel like I did. You can stay up there, it's cool. No, really, it's cool. Stay away from me. You're all good. No, wait. I wanted those. That was health under there. They're just doling out the health here. I'm digging it. Wait, did he just blow himself up with his own bomb? That was probably not worth all the damage I took to get to it, but... Is he just taking blasts? Also, there's totally something off screen it wants me to know about. Okay, what the hell is that? No, seriously, what the hell is that? Gunstar Gum. Ah, yes. When I'm chewing gum, I like the refreshing taste of Gunstar Gum. Is there a reason that isn't exploding? Oh, that's why it's not exploding. There's someone in it. I'm gonna die before I hit a boss. I'm gonna die as I hit a boss. Final Great Soldier. Warning, actual final boss. Come on, stay up in the air just a while longer. Nope. And there's my death. Okay. I was like, damn. I was like, if I can just get to the end of this. Oh. Alright. I don't like this combination. I can't just hold the button for this. I mean, it's fun to just like rampage forward with, but obviously it's got something of a different playstyle than. I'll take that combo. Oh, that's not a good combination. Alright. I feel like that guy took me a whole lot longer last time. The homing laser is so cheap sometimes. Like, I'm just running through this now. It is super satisfying though, and I think ultimately, even if a game is made significantly easier, if it's made more fun as a result of it, I don't think there's anything bad to be said about that. Yeah, okay, you're gonna get rid of him, and now you're gonna be my boss. Alright, come at me, bro. I mean, he's almost dead already, which is really saying something here. Defeated! Are you, though? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, good to know. Wait, does he have Mr. Fantastic arms? This is giving me some Donkey Kong Country 2 vibes, which is not a bad thing. I like that game. I like that boss. I do wish that he would take damage faster. In a way that was very noticeable. Defeated, I will never die. Or I never die, rather. I guess he's done this before. Stage clear. All right. Wait, what? And I gave him the gems. Is he untying yellow for me? I guess he's untying yellow for me. They're kicking red's ass. Neat. Good job, guys. I do feel like we just helped a villain, though. Made it back safely. Don't worry, I've dug up this small speedy spaceship for you. Oh boy, a space level that's going to play nothing like any of the previous levels. Should we be concerned that I'm suddenly playing a space shooter now? Kyle's gonna come back to the stream and be like, what the fuck did I miss? He's being shot at by little Gundams and he's in space. What's even going on in this game? Right? At least, I hope he comes back and is like that, because honestly, I think if I was watching this from the start, I'd only barely be able to understand what's going on slightly better. I feel like I wasn't supposed to kill that thing. I'm pretty sure I started this level at 200 vitality. I don't know where all that went. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm just playing a MIDI synthesizer now. Like, that's what this level's become, right? It's me playing the MIDI for the level music. jeez. I'm running out of health. And I hope when I game over, I don't have to redo all of this level. Alright. Defeated the boss. And yet I'm still fighting this thing. I'm dead. Come on. No, it started me over. This is horrible. Okay, I'll take the stars. I think that might be a better fit for this level than the lasers. Only slightly, though. How long can I last? Oh boy. Bonus points. I don't think those do anything. Why should I care? Oh boy, I'm gonna augment my double homing with double homing. Side note, I think that this is actually a better combination for this level than laser homing was. Laser homing was certainly fun, but I felt like I was not regularly hitting things. It was just going off screen. Okay. I'm in a better position, I think, than I was last time. Like, I've got way more health than I did last time I was at this point in the level. It's not a bonus, or you're talking about the points, Kyle. Because the points don't matter. The points in this game seem to work Price is Right. Or not Price is Right, Whose Line rules. Like, they barely seem to count for anything. as far as I can tell, anyway. Like, I haven't found anything that would... there clearly aren't, like, there's not a life system in this game, so I don't know. You know, it's just continue where you got the game over. This thing's a boss. Maybe? I don't know. Whatever. I've got about 30 or 40 more health than I did last time, which is significant. Okay, it's dead. If it had a high scoreboard at the end, I wouldn't be super surprised just because this is a Sega game. And that's kind of fitting for that. Since, you know, they've got such a history of arcade games. I like that the enemies, like, they just get on screen and that's it. They're like, fuck it, I'm not... I don't have patience for this. I'm just gonna kill you all. I'm sorry. I know you had like a big strategic battle plan mapped out. And, like I'm just taking away from you. This I think it was on the Genesis Classic. You can check on that list for me. But this game doesn't get anywhere near as much love as a lot of other classic Sega games do. Like, Comic Zone, I think, has been on like 7 different collections, but Gunstar Heroes, I don't think, showed up on any of them. Oh, we got a dude. A boss is approaching. 7 Force. Oh, hey, it's the boss from earlier. That's a neat callback. This is actually, like, possibly the coolest thing that they could have done was reuse the boss, but in a totally different way. Like, to the point where the boss is similar in terms of design, but completely unrecognizable either. Does that count as a separate level? Or if I die, will I have to redo all of this? Also, I think I'm on the moon now. Alright, show me a final boss. This feels very final boss-like, doesn't it? Well, okay, I really hope that wasn't the final boss. Oh. Well, maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, that's 2 bosses in a row. Is it just sending out like guard robots now? What's going on here? Do I have to be shooting these? Am I going to take damage otherwise? Oh, look, it's Vector Man from Sega Genesis game Vector Man. He's got balls, man. Okay, I'm gonna die here, and I'm really concerned about where I'm gonna start. Actual sigh of relief. Stage clear. Goddamn, that's... Wait, am I doing this, like, with the enemies watching? What is this? What even is this? This is ridiculous! I'm sorry, was the boss's name Duck Stallion? Because that might be, like, the best name ever. Oh well, Duck Stallion is defeated. Oh shit, a dude with a machine gun. Actually, dude with a machine gun dealt me more damage than Duck Stallion did. Go! I guess those hurt me. Oh, come on. Really? I like that that the machine gun was aiming down at the assumed location of the bosses watching this thing. Also, the bosses are straight up leaving this command center to come fight me, which is a really neat detail. Oh, I took damage that time. Oh no, it's Bubble Man! Hey Kyle, how many metal blades does it take to kill Bubble Man? You should know the answer now. You know, Bubble Man, I think he's one of the harder rematch bosses in Mega Man 3, which is just like such a nice in-joke for anybody who played Mega Man 2. Oh, geez, those bubbles actually deal damage. Who would have thought? Yeah, well, I mean, I get that. In a lot of games, they're supposed to be like fairly obvious weaknesses. You know, very ice is good, or fire is good against ice. Ice is good against rock or whatever it is. But every once in a while, you just get a weird either element or theme for a boss where it's not clear. I think when you watch me play through Mega Man X, in that game it's a whole lot less obvious because the themes of things are like, yeah, sure, the electricity is probably good against the armadillo, or like there's no real logic for it. Come on. Why'd you... Oh. So, this boss started kind of interesting with the way that, like, it swung its crab arm, but then it defaulted to just standing in the corner and shooting bubbles at me, and that's not interesting when you've got a homing attack. Like, every time that the bubbles pass, I get a solid 50 damage in. Alright, defeated. Go, 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 go! Go. Alright, so the next guy just walked off. It was the big muscle dude. Alright, 40 health, that's not bad. He has a lot of health. He has a lot of health that doesn't mean a whole lot. Because he is just taking a beating. Like, I don't know that I've gotten hit this fight. And he's dead. Go! Alright, who's next? Probably should change up my weapon, but I really do like using double chaser. Oh, I took double damage there. This is just not cool. Due to the nature of number of things on screen at a time, I can't see some of the attacks coming. Oh, and I just died. Where's it gonna start me? Oh, this is the beginning of that boss gauntlet. What? Really? Alright. I'm probably going to regret not keeping either of my homing attacks. This would actually be a really good place to have the laser charge, because I could just leave it to beat down the enemy here. And run. But instead I'm gonna die like a bitch. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna continue. And I'm gonna hope like hell that I find a laser in one of these. And I did not, so I'll take... Yeah, we'll take the chase fire. Alright, that one's defeated. Oh, he still has a machine gun. Defeated! Okay, that was fast. I didn't lose too much health there that time. I got hit by that first object, of course I did. I don't want fire. I would have really wanted lasers and chase for this final battle, Pink Lobster. you actually gonna chase me this time? Right side, this is taking down this guy way faster. Downside, I have some terrible fighting. Orange or whatever his name is, the bulky guy. Alright, give me some help. Maybe a laser. Give me a weapon to work with. I guess I'm working with whatever you gave me beforehand. Alright, just stay over there. Come on, down. There we go. No, you weren't supposed to come back. I am having some rough times here. Alright, we're almost at 2,000. Come on. Stay down there. Please. Begging you. I like this whole keeping a distance thing. And I can't do it anymore because you're a dick. No! There we go, he's dead. Okay, that's 3. I have to deal with that stupid one that I can't see what's going on next. And I definitely don't have enough health for that. Double Tracer, I will pass on, amazingly. Even though I much prefer that usually. Okay, so... Wait, what? Am I gonna die because I keep falling off the edge? Come on. Let me get a shot in. Jesus Christ. This is so unfair. What was I supposed to do there? Okay, I'll take lasers, please. Alright. Operation Cheez-It is a go. Okay. He catches the gun. Hopefully he can't hit me from there. I think I'm good. Hey there, Huvo. Welcome to hopefully what I think is the end of Gunstar Heroes. I've got this boss rush going on. It's interesting. I hesitate to call it fun. The rest of the game is great. Oh yeah? Like your stream of me is cutting like crazy? I'm sorry to hear that. I hadn't had that I hadn't heard about anything from anybody else. Kyle, you getting any cuts in and out here? Because I can't tell if that's a universal experience right now. I'm not showing us dropping any frames. I've been consistently 30. Which is what I expect from this, because it's Genesis or it's the Genesis on Wii U, so it should be outputting at 30. Anyway, welcome to the chat. It's been a fun game. Oh. Come on, Orange. Stay down there. Stay away from me, Orange. You're doing a good job of it so far. Oh, there we go. It only lasts for so long, right? Oh, he knocked me up here. Interesting. Cool. I did that with way better vitality at the end than I have for any of my other tries on this level so far. That feels good. Okay. Now, let's see if I can deal with this boss. I can't see some of the attacks, which is a real problem. Oh, maybe I can take these out. That'd be great if that was the case. Oh, this is totally the combination I wanted for this. Like, I'll take damage and I'll still be dealing him hundreds. How much longer is this game? So you see how there's two more dudes standing in the blue area at the bottom? I believe they are the only ones left. So yeah, he's checking out. He's like, alright, cool, I'm in. There should be final battle, green. He's probably just gonna let me through. And by that, of course, I just mean he's gonna be a cakewalk, but oh, Hoovel, do you know this game pretty well? Because I'd played the first 4 levels or so plenty of times in the past and never gotten this far. Oh, you own the cart. Yeah, if I had a Genesis, I would be playing it on the cart for sure. It's one of those few Genesis games that I'm like, I would really feel the urge to own. This, you know, Castlevania Bloodlines, which is an expensive cart, unfortunately. Rystar, I'm a big Rystar fan. Like, if Sega's ever created a character that it goes severely underappreciated, it's Rystar. Alright, green is dead, which means there should be just one more. Yeah, it's a pretty great game. I love everything that Treasure makes, and this is no exception. Oh no, he's using the gems to become severely damaged? What? I only really want the health, I think. Warning. Oh, the gem's the bad guy? Oh, no, it's a... Ha! You thought it was that other thing, but it was me, Dio! I feel like I'm gonna die before I get to the end here. That's really frustrating. Yeah, I'm 100% gonna die before I get to the end of this. Defeated? Really? I guess I beat Gunstar Heroes. We did it! Don't make me fight another boss. Hey, Hoovel, how do you feel about the sequel on Game Boy Advance? I've heard it's also a pretty good game, but not as good as the original. If you had a second player, you could throw him into the gems for putting... Really? That's awesome. I have played this game multiplayer. I think the two-player mode is pretty good in it. I feel like the board game level is pretty much impossible, though, if like both players are trying to go after the dice. I remember getting stuck there for a really long time while my friend and I used to fight over who would get to roll the dice. I just want to point out that I think Green is like the coolest boss every time you fight him. Oh look, it's not Mode 7. Are we gonna get a bunch of fake names? Are we still in the... Yeah. Alright, so as a quick explanation for anybody who's not familiar, games in the late 80s all the way through like the mid 90s didn't use the original players or the original developers' names because they didn't want their talent to be poached. So they used nicknames. I'm sorry that it's cutting for you, Hoovel. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I played 3 games tonight and I finished 1. Although I've beaten Donkey Kong Country 3 a few times before, so like that one was just me getting used to the timing of the delay. And I've got to say, like, the delay wasn't there for this game. So maybe it was just because I was playing it on the Wii U side of things and not the Wii. Because I didn't change anything else, right? Like, it's the same HDMI and the same capture card. I didn't even stop the capture for that. I just switched games midway through. Alright, presented by Sega. Produced by Treasure. Okay, so this was 1993. Like, Treasure was already well into their full swing of awesome games. And I think we're back on the title screen. And we are. All right. So perfect timing. I'm going to call it a night. So thanks for stopping in.